MK Ultra project, which is a CIA project back in like the 1960s, which supposedly used LSD to mind control people. So the video I used for this example was this video by BuzzFeed. It kind of discussed like so they cite like some historians believe that MK Ultra's purpose was to develop assassins whose minds were controlled by the CIA. But when you look into like the source they claim for this, there's not really many historians at all that really back this, but they use this claim as like an authority on the subject. However, it's not really any kind of authority at all when you really look into it. They further go into So they talk about this large budget which the project received, and how like because this large budget they could have done so many different things with that. So they're kind of like using this fact that there was a budget that was set aside for the CIA project to establish that there could have been any number of things done with this, and they go into like all these different experiments that supposedly happened without giving any kind of real backing evidence behind them. As well. They talk about this CIA psychologist, John Gittinger. He's actually a CIA psychologist, but they're greatly kind of like misquoting him here and like using him as an authority when it's not really. The experiments that he's referring to is legitimate experiments that were done. So he did this, he developed this test called the Personality Assessment System, which is completely unrelated to Project MK Ultra, but they're citing him as talking about these experiments which were done during the Cold War, and they're saying, trying to relate his own experiments and trying to relate that to MK Ultra, when in fact they're not really related at all. So here they're talking about these two Supreme Court cases that were based on the CIA Project MK Ultra. They're kind of using that to like double down, saying that since these Supreme Court cases were decided in favor of the government, there must be some kind of like greater conspiracy here going on. And then at the end they say, are you being controlled? They're trying to like make you question your own kind of reality here. And because you've just seen this like video based on the government using mind control, you're way more likely to believe any of this kind of questions and really buy into the whole conspiracy theory. In conclusion, I don't really buy into the whole conspiracy that there's been people being controlled by the government and that the government has successfully controlled anyone with this experiment so far.